goes in their favor as a club of Arsenal. And they come into this particular fixture knowing that there is something bad that went ahead to happen to Liverpool. Yesterday, Arsenal went ahead to see Liverpool beaten by Brentford. By how many goals? Hear me out, by 3-2, meaning that Arsenal have a chance to go 7 points clear of Liverpool. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. You understand? And it's really nice to have you onto this beautiful channel and continue to obviously show us mad love in here and continue to subscribe. That is it, because the more you subscribe, the more we really get to that level that we all deserve to be at. And what is it all about? It's all about we, the fans, and you connecting left, right, and center. In the live chat, I'm putting a poll and I'm calling in for your predictions. It's not a Q&A. We want a poll. We want a poll. You understand? Is it an Arsenal win? Is it a draw? Or it is what we call a Palace win? It's over to you. It's over to you in here onto this beautiful channel of ours. And let's get straight into what we call the confirmed starting 11 for the club of Arsenal. Arsenal has the following starting 11 named by the manager who goes by the names of Mikel Arteta. Arsenal has the following, Arsenal has the following: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Ricardo Carafiori, Zubimendi, Eze, Saka, Trossard, Gyökeres, meaning that Gabriel Magalhaes has gone ahead to pass what we call a let fitness test to participate into this particular game of football in here for you. Then the bench has Kepa Arrizabalaga, Mosquera, Ben White, Hincapi, Martinelli, Nogard, Waneri, Merino, Lewis Kelly. He's not taking any chances because he knows to it that this game is like a final. It gives him a chance to go 7 points ahead of Liverpool. That's why he has obviously gone strong in there for you. We go to Palace and see what they've gone ahead to obviously flaunt in here as a side that is ready to take on a team known as Arsenal. Dean Henderson, Munoz, Richards, Lacrosse, Gehi, Michel, Watson, Kamada, Sarr, Pino, and Mateta. The bench has Benitez, Nathan Klein, Convert, Sosa, Lema, Hughes, Uche, Edin Ketia, and Devaney. That is how the bench for a side known as Crystal Palace is really looking in here onto our beautiful channel. So that's all about Crystal Palace, and that's how they've gone ahead to choose to come in through and really look like that. You understand? That is Crystal Palace for you. You understand? And they've gone ahead, obviously, bring in their starting 11, and it's as it is there onto the screen. Now, after that, you know what we do best? We obviously get to what we call the confirmed formations that these two managers have gone ahead to bring. You understand? And today, the manager of Arsenal has gone ahead to change his formation a little bit, and it's not a 4-3-3. It's in for a 4-2-3-1 system when they are playing against Palace. Now, David Raya in goal, then Julian Timber, right back, Ricardo Carafiori, left back, then Saliba, right-sided centre-back, Gabriel Magalhaes, left-sided centre-back, passing a late fitness test because he missed out on the training of Arsenal over the weekend. Bukayo Saka, right attacking midfielder, Leandro Trossard, left attacking midfielder, Eberechi Eze, central attacking midfielder, and Victor Gyökeres is playing as and number 9, all a center forward in this system. Now, how many changes has Arsenal gone ahead to make from the team that played in the midweek against Atletico Madrid? They've gone ahead to really bring in Carafiori for Lewis Kelly, and they've gone ahead to bring in Martinelli. Sorry, they've gone ahead to bring in Leandro Trossard for a player known as Gabriel Martinelli. The rest of the players are as they were when they really went ahead to do a very huge job against a team known as what was the name of the team? Against a team known as Atletico Madrid in the midweek. That's Arsenal for you. So from there, we obviously head to the Crystal Palace side. And this is how Crystal Palace is really looking like for this particular fixture. We are left with 16 minutes to obviously get into this encounter and see how everything will pan out. Dean Henderson in goal. The system is 3-4-2-1. And Richards is playing on the right side of the 3-man central defense. Mark Gehi is playing on the left side of the 3-man central defense. Lacroix is playing at the center of the 3-man central defense. Munoz is playing as a right wing back. Michel is playing as a left wing back. Kamada and Watson are playing the double pivot. Then Pino is playing as a left number 10. And Sa is playing as a right number 10. And Mateta is playing as a center forward in this particular system that has been brought in here by the side of Glasner. Glasner is really a very good manager, and we wait to see how he'll behave when he's playing at the Emirates. This game is not going to be easy for the club of Arsenal, as I told you, but I know Arsenal will walk away with the 3 points today. As all the players know, the mission is to collect 3 points from this particular fixture. Now, Eberechi Eze on facing Crystal Palace, this is what he has gone ahead to say. It will be a special day and game. It's another game of football that I intend on winning. But the love that I have for Palace, the people, the fans, will forever be there. That is what he has gone ahead to say. He's facing Crystal Palace today, you understand? And he's into the starting 11 for the club of Arsenal. No doubt. We've all understood that he has a mission to accomplish as a player, and he has gone ahead to obviously put in a very huge shift altogether, all day, all night. You understand? And he's being played in his favorite position. That is the number 10 position. And I know he'll obviously cause havoc to the side of Crystal Palace in a better way possible. He will obviously put in the shift that is really well required. And no doubt, he's really going to be one of those that you'll always look at and really understand that the world has people who can really do the needful and really put in a very huge shift in this particular kind of game. Another London derby, and you know how Arsenal has been behaving in the London derbies. Arsenal has been winning very many games. And this is match day 9, Arsenal at 19 points, and we'll anticipate that they'll obviously come in through and represent and really put in a very good shift altogether. That is the club of Arsenal. In the teams that are really competing for the trophy, another one in action today is known as Man City. 8 games played, they're having 16 points. What separates them from Arsenal are 3 points, and they've all gone ahead to play how many games? They've gone ahead to play 8, meaning that they have a game in hand that they are set to play today. And they are playing Aston Villa today, same time as Arsenal is really playing against a side called same time Arsenal is playing a side known as Crystal Palace, and they're obviously going to be bringing you what will be happening the other side also. Not so? So let's get into the confirmed starting 11 for a team known as Manchester City. Here it comes. They are having Donnarumma, system 4-1-4-1. They are having Donnarumma, that is, in goal. Matheus Nunes, right back. They are having Jesco Vadio, left back. John Stones and Ruben Diaz in the central defense. And Jesco Vadio had just gone ahead to be praiseful of his manager that he has gone ahead to play him into his favorite position. And in a nick of time, he has come up and obviously put in a very huge change, and they've gone ahead to play him back at the left back, and he's not being played as a left-sided center back. Reinders seated at the base of the CDM in there, and Oscar Bob, right winger, Savinho, left winger. But I think they will exchange. Savio will sometimes play as a right winger, and Bob will play sometimes as a left winger, and they will be really exchanging those wings like that. Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden, they are playing into that central attacking midfield position as Erling Haaland is leading the line. That's how the side of Man City is looking like into this particular fixture as they take on a side called as they took on a side called Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa, they are having Martinez in goal. The system is 4-2-3-1. Matt Cash, right back. Digne, left back. Konsa, right-sided centre-back. Torres, left-sided centre-back. And Kamara and Onana are being played into the double pivot. And by the way, that midfield is obviously going to be hard to break. You know, Man City will have to do a lot to break that midfield, I tell you, because that midfield is yet going to be one of those that you have to really fight hard. They are good on the ball, technically gifted, they are physical, they cover huge distances, they can score, they are fighters, and I don't think that Rangers can obviously overpower them in there. Then right attacking midfielder McGinn, left attacking midfielder Eddie Buendia, then central attack midfielder Morgan Rogers, and it's Oli Watkins leading the line for the side of Aston Villa. A man who hasn't obviously gone ahead to get in a very good side, a very good start of this season, because when you look at Watkins, he has not gone ahead to obviously score goals this season. He has played in the Premier League 8 games, he has 1 goal. This is not the only Watkins always going to hate to see, because last season 38 games, 16 goals, meaning that he still has many games to play, as this is game 9. That means after this game he will be left with 29 games to play. That is a man known as what's his name? That is a man known as Oli Watkins. You know, let me get to Sky Sports and see whether Mikel Arteta has something to say before I really say goodbye and we get back when the game of football is done and dusted. What has Arteta has to say about this game of football? It's what I'm really waiting in here. The referees, Tom Bremel. Assistant referees, Simon Bennett and Nick Greenhall. Fourth official, Andy Madley. VAR, Chris Kavanagh. And assistant VAR is Craig Taylor. That is it. So, that's how things are really going to be going. And they're telling us, did you know that Mikel Arteta has named and changed starting 11 in the Premier League for the first time since September 2024? For a 4-2 win over Leicester City, Arsenal have won 9 of their last 10 Premier League games when they've named an unchanged starting 11. So his starting 11 has been really the same. When you look at the starting 11 that he named when they're really playing against a team known as was it West Ham that they beat last time? A team they beat over the week. It was Fulham. It was the same 11 that he named, and he has gone ahead to name the same 11 in the Premier League. But we all know that in the Champions League, he has obviously gone ahead to change things in there for you. Now, in the comment section, Nzau David, Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 0. Opio Evelyn, you are saying Arsenal 4, Crystal Palace 0. I end the poll, and after ending the poll, I tell you the results, and we'll obviously call it quits. 96% have called in for an Arsenal win, and 4% have gone to call in for a draw of this particular game of football. But I see an Arsenal win. I called in for a 3-1 win in my prediction. But all I know is that Arsenal will obviously be the best team at the end of the 90 minutes, if at all they are being played at what we call the Emirates. We out. Bye-bye. We Michael, Arsenal